From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Good Wednesday morning. It is that much anticipated alert day for today because of the winds. Also, showers and thunderstorms looking likely. And since the storm system has trended a little bit wetter, I think that has brought the potential for fires and blowing dust down just a little bit, but still gusts across the map between 40 to 60 miles per hour for today. So the fire and blowing dust risk will not be zero. Okay. We are tracking a fire this morning in southern Grant County, the Highway 24 fire. It's just the acreage did not go up yesterday, but the containment did go up to 40%. So we love to see that. First Alert radar showing you some rain and even some thunderstorms increasing from the south. Fingers crossed that the rain falls on top of that fire perimeter. But I know that fire perimeter is not going to be helped out by this. Wind gusts already across the map, I'd say 25 to 45 miles per hour, with the strongest gusts right now being in the Kittitas Valley. Your forecast gusts throughout the day in the Tri-Cities, they're going to be hovering between 40 to 45 miles per hour for much of the day. So across the map, we'll have highs in the 60s. It's going to be wet. It's going to be windy, and we'll continue to keep the forecast cool after this, which I'll talk about coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
And right now, a Selah man convicted in a series of wildfire cases is headed to federal prison. Investigators say witness accounts and evidence from several fire scenes helped lead to the arrest. Now, how long he'll spend behind bars. Plus, serious allegations now being raised against the political organization Let's Go Washington, the new complaints and how the organization is responding. And mental health providers across the Tri-Cities say demand for counseling services continues rising, especially among young people. This morning, we'll see how a major donation could help expand access to care for local families. Those details straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good morning and happy Wednesday to you. Thank you so much for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Wendy Redman. Your time is 6:02. A Selah man is headed to federal prison this morning for setting multiple wildfires in eastern Washington. Zachary Tyler Vantul was just sentenced to 240 months behind bars for 5 counts of arson and felon in possession of a firearm. Federal prosecutors say the 34-year-old started multiple wildfires in 2023 and 2024 across eastern Washington. Investigators with the ATF say witnesses linked him and his vehicle to several fire scenes before he was eventually identified and arrested. Yet another school bus crash is under investigation in Kennewick. This one happened yesterday afternoon near Clearwater and Kellogg. Kennewick police say a driver crashed into the front passenger side of the bus, then left the scene. We're told no students were on board and the bus driver was not hurt. Kennewick School District officials responded alongside police to help investigate the crash. Just last week, you may remember a Kennewick school bus driver ran a red light, authorities say, and crashed at Clearwater and Moraine. That time, students were on board. Police are asking anyone with any information about this latest crash to contact Kennewick Police. The nonprofit Washingtonians for Ethical Government is calling for an investigation into Let's Go Washington, saying the group is violating state advertising rules. The complaint claims Let's Go Washington failed to declare in-kind political contributions by talk show host Brandy Cruz. An in-kind contribution is a non-cash donation to a group, which can include providing services or volunteer work. The nonprofit says it estimates Let's Go Washington didn't disclose up to $1 million in-kind advertising, something that CEO Brian Haywood says is not true.
In this case, they're accusing Brandy Cruz of working with us. We've never paid her a dime. I'm not super worried about it. I think it's just it's a distraction that they're trying to throw, and they're trying to smear people's reputation.
The complaint has officially been sent to the Washington State Public Disclosure Commission, which will then decide whether to fine the organization. In Benton County, mental health providers across the Tri-Cities say demand for counseling services is continuing to rise, especially among young people. Lutheran Community Services Northwest is expanding into a larger facility in Kennewick this summer. Now they've just received a $500,000 anonymous donation and a matching challenge that could bring in up to $1 million more. Leaders say the expansion will help increase access to youth mental health services and allow the organization to hire more staff.
There's just not enough out there to provide the level of care that is needed right now. So expanding for us is just being able to meet the need and be able to get families and youth in when they need it and be able to provide that level of support.
Gentry says the money will support the nonprofit's expansion into a larger facility on Canal Drive in Kennewick, allowing the organization to increase access to behavioral health care for youth and families across the Tri-Cities. Your time is 6:06. Still ahead, drivers across the state are already paying near record prices at the pump, with projections showing prices could climb even higher. The latest gas price projections and why analysts say relief may not be coming anytime soon. And Chief Meteorologist Josh Culbreth coming back with a look at your First Alert weather forecast. It is a big day today, talking about rain and wind on this alert day. Keep it right here.
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. Hit by a big truck? I know how to beat their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
Call 853-2222.
Bathfitter showers have got people talking. Our wide selection of showers means it's exactly what we wanted. Seamless and watertight walls are much easier to clean than tiles and grout. And they stay in excellent shape. Every Bathfitter shower is backed by a lifetime warranty. And with thousands of five-star reviews, the experience exceeds expectations. It's no wonder millions of Bathfitter customers love their new shower. It just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
25 years of making memories. 25 years of fun with family and friends. 25 years of Dust Devils baseball.
The fun continues this week. Friday, May 15th is school night, thanks to Polish Homes, and a family feast night, thanks to Tri-City Airport. Saturday, May 16th, we will all enjoy a post-game fireworks show presented by the Nuclear Care Partners.
Come be a part of our best season yet. Tickets at DustDevilsBaseball.com. Dust Devils Baseball, a Tri-Cities tradition for 25 years.
Jardiance plays a role in my story, too. I have type 2 diabetes, but I manage it well with Jardiance, a once daily pill that helps lower my A1C. It works 24/7 in the body to flush out some sugar.
And for adults with type 2 diabetes and known heart disease, Jardiance can lower the risk of cardiovascular death, too.
Serious side effects include increased ketones in blood or urine and infection between and around the anus and genitals. Both may be fatal. Severe allergic reactions, dehydration, urinary tract or genital yeast infections in men and women, and low blood sugar. Stop taking and tell your doctor right away if you have nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, tiredness, rash, swelling, trouble breathing or swallowing. Tell your doctor about lightheadedness, weakness, fever, pain, tenderness, redness, or swelling between the anus and genitals. You may have increased risk for lower limb loss. Call your doctor right away if you have new pain or tenderness, sores, ulcers, or infection in your legs or feet.
Jardiance is a little pill with a big story to tell. And if you ask me, it's pretty swell.
Action!
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. Hit by a big truck? I know how to beat their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
Call 853-2222.
Chief Meteorologist Josh Culbreth. Only one station. Apple Valley News Now.
On your side.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Culbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We'll take you on a quick little tour of First Alert Radar. You see this little band of cells now sort of kind of trying to line up the best they can. There's this area of lightning in the lower Yakima Valley, but also there's this area just outside of Hermiston. For now, we'll focus in on the area in the Yakima Valley. This little cell moved through the Toppenish area, but there's more back building behind that. So Granger, you're up next in terms of the next round of substantial, steady, moderate rainfall. Okay, highs staying in the 60s and 70s over the next 7 days. Much cooler in comparison to yesterday. Look at these temperatures this morning. 63 for the Tri-City, 63 for Walla Walla, 59 in Yakima. These aren't too far removed from where we're going to end up for today. 68 for the Tri-City, 67 for Yakima, 60 for Ellensburg. This is going to be one of those weird days where the high is likely going to be in the earlier part of the day. So forecast highs over the next 7 days. There's going to be some ups and downs to it. Our coolest day will be Saturday. We'll be at 63 in the Yakima Valley, 11 degrees cooler than normal for the middle of May, but back into the mid-70s by Monday and Tuesday of next week. Those overnight lows going to drop down into the mid-30s. The coolest night looking like it's going to be Saturday night, and by then we'll be very close to freezing in the Kittitas Valley and for some parts of the Yakima Valley as well. So we'll watch and wait and see how those numbers come in a little bit later in the week. But the biggest deal with the forecast, obviously the winds for today. It's why we're going with the alert day. I'll tell you about all the ins and outs of that coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. In the meantime, drivers, listen up. Happening tomorrow, a major road in Richland will be closed for a few days for construction. Starting tomorrow evening, the city of Richland says Steptoe Street will be closed between Gage Boulevard and the Columbia Park Trail roundabout. This is all part of the ongoing Steptoe Street and Taptail Drive intersection reconstruction project, which partially involves crews replacing railroad tracks and traffic signals. The road is expected to reopen Monday, May 18th. Until then, detours will be in place. You can find more details on all of that at applevalleynewsnow.com. While drivers in Richland prepare for detours this week, many are also preparing for higher prices at the pump. Gas prices across the region are already sitting near record highs, and analysts say even higher prices could still be ahead. So let's go ahead and see what that could look like for you. The average price for regular unleaded across the Tri-Cities now sitting around $5.26 per gallon. Analysts say prices there could climb closer to $5.50 before Memorial Day weekend. Yakima Valley drivers are already paying some of the region's highest prices, with averages around $5.43 a gallon. Forecasts now show prices there could climb to around $5.65 by early June. And in Walla Walla, gas prices are averaging between $5.16 and $5.22 a gallon. Analysts say prices could approach $5.40 in the coming weeks. Analysts say global tensions, supply concerns, and strong summer demand are all contributing to uncertainty at the pump as the busy travel season approaches. Still ahead, Chief Meteorologist Josh Culbreth coming back with more on your weather forecast. Oh my goodness, take a look at this shot out of Richland this morning. We have cloudy skies and a shaky camera due to all the wind. I can also hear it in the studio out here, which is why we do have an alert day, what you can expect as the rest of the day moves forward.
"25 years of making memories. 25 years of fun with family and friends. 25 years of Dust Devils baseball."
The fun continues this week. Friday, May 15th is school night, thanks to Polish Homes, and a family feast night, thanks to Tri-City Airport. Saturday, May 16th, we will all enjoy a post-game fireworks show presented by the Nuclear Care Partners.
Come be a part of our best season yet. Tickets at DustDevilsBaseball.com. Dust Devils Baseball, a Tri-Cities tradition for 25 years.
Every year, millions fly with us at Allegiant because together, we go places. We see old friends and try new things. We laugh. We really like to laugh. And reconnect. We remember. And we wander, which leads to wonder. From how we go to where we go, to what we do when we get there, we go further together.
How about this? Heads, you go to Northern Quest. Tails, you go to Northern Quest for the $70,000 coin flip frenzy. Just play daily with your Camus Rewards card to rack up entries and earn 4 times entries every Tuesday. Then you could be flipping your way to $35,000 in cash on May 28th. The $70,000 coin flip frenzy. Only at Northern Quest.
If you know this feeling, you should know the facts. The eczema medication you're taking may not be right for you. Visit myrawtruth.com and talk to your dermatologist about your symptoms and treatment options.
Attention viewers. Good News Today, produced by Richland Lutheran Church, airing Sundays at 9 a.m., will be airing this Saturday at 5:30 a.m. Good News Today will resume its regularly scheduled time on Sunday, May 24th.
Are you ready to revolutionize your career in digital advertising? Join Morgan Murphy's dynamic team at Apple Valley News Now, where innovation meets opportunity. At Apple Valley News Now, we're leading the charge in connected television and digital sales, helping local businesses thrive in today's growing and evolving market. If you're passionate about digital solutions and driving revenue growth, we want to hear from you. Check us out now at morganmurphymedia.com/current-openings to begin your journey.
Early warnings, accurate forecasts.
Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. It is already windy out there for this morning, and at the peak of today, the peak gusts will be between 40 to 60 miles per hour, especially during the late afternoon to the early evening. So the strongest gust in the Kittitas Valley, up around 60 miles per hour, up around 45 miles per hour for the Yakima Valley, for the Lower Columbia Basin, and for the Blue Foothills. Of course, you can see hour-by-hour wind gusts for your exact home address location by downloading our weather app free in the App Store or on Google Play. Okay, models have trended wetter with this storm system over the past few runs, which means that they've also trended less dry with vegetation dryness. Now a level 2 out of 5 as opposed to a level 3 out of 5. So that will limit the possibility of fires to start to spread quickly. It'll also limit that blowing dust potential, but those risks are not going to be zero. I really want to emphasize that point. But like I said, models trending wetter with the storm system, between 1/10 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch of rainfall for the Yakima Valley. Decent totals for the Cascades, not as much for the basin, a little bit more so for the foothills. But all that to say, fires still could start or spread quickly. So just for good measure, here's how to prevent wildfires. Follow those local fire restrictions, secure ignition sources, use equipment carefully, report smoke quickly. You can find that list posted online at applevalleynewsnow.com. Okay, showers and thunderstorms likely for today because of this big, strong area of low pressure that's traversing the region. We're already seeing showers and thunderstorms really splitting the region in half right now. The western half of our viewing area seeing some showers, seeing some thunderstorms. The wealth is going to be spread as the day progresses. You see very sporadic chances for showers and thunderstorms throughout the day with Futurecast satellite and radar. Lower elevations looking much drier after 5 p.m. and across the map we're going to be much drier after 11 p.m. Another way to look at that, umbrella cast for today for the Tri-Cities. Some ebbs and flows to it, but it's definitely going to be the wettest for this morning after 6 p.m. Looking dry after today. The forecast going dry once again. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Rain likely today with gusts around 45 miles per hour, substantially cooler today in comparison to yesterday. In Yakima, winds picking up on Wednesday with rain looking likely, maybe even a few rumbles of thunder as well, which we've already seen in the Yakima Valley this morning. In Ellensburg, gusts around 60 miles per hour today with highs around 60, another round of winds for this weekend. Then for Hermiston, decent rain chances today with high wind gusts and highs stuck in the mid-60s. And finally for Walla Walla, a wet, windy, and cooler Wednesday. Another chance at some showers and thunderstorms by this weekend.
Josh, thanks so much. Coming up, Conan O'Brien is heading back to the Oscars stage, while Queen Latifah is taking a spin in one of television's biggest red chairs. Plus, a Ted Lasso star is making the jump from playing soccer on screen to signing with a real professional club. We have the very latest on entertainment on the other side of the break.
We're here for those who build America. Those who believe that giving everything we've got today will pay off tomorrow. Who will drive America forward for 250 years to come. If that's who you are, you should pay what we pay.
Now get employee pricing across a full lineup of Ford trucks and SUVs. Employee pricing. You pay what we pay. Only from your local Ford dealer.
Have you heard? Tempur-Pedic sleep is better sleep. With innovative materials developed for astronauts, Tempur-Pedic mattresses reduce motion transfer, which means less tossing and turning, so you can sleep undisturbed through the night. But which Tempur-Pedic is right for you? Come to Denver Mattress and test for yourself. Let our expert sales staff guide you to your perfect Tempur-Pedic. And right now, save up to $1,000 on select Tempur-Pedic Split King sleep systems. Or check out the Consumer Reports recommended Doctor's Choice Plush. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right Tempur-Pedic.
My mind felt hazy and gray. I couldn't follow conversations. It was like I was in a fog. I was sleeping way too much. I was missing out on activities with my family. I felt underwater. Now I know it was depression. Recognizing my symptoms and finding support helped me manage it. Learn more about your symptoms at seehowifeel.org.
This Memorial Day, we pause. At Sunset Gardens, more than 1,200 flags align our pathways as our community comes together to remember, honor, and reflect. Begin your weekend with us on Sunday with complimentary hot dogs and time to gather. Then on Monday at 11, experience a special ceremony featuring Major General William West Sousa and a Gold Star tribute with Alexandra McCauley. Stay for live music, family activities, hot dogs, and snow cones following the program. This Memorial Day, be part of something meaningful.
This newscast sponsored by Multicare Yakima Memorial Hospital. Excellence you can trust.
Welcome back. Time now for a look at some of the latest entertainment headlines this morning. We start with the Academy Awards, which are bringing back Conan O'Brien for another year. The Emmy-winning host will return to host the Oscars for the third straight year during the 99th Academy Awards in March of 2027.
Disney made the announcement Tuesday and says much of the same production team will also return. The ceremony will continue airing on ABC and Hulu before eventually moving to YouTube in 2029. Boo.
Boo. He's so funny. I love it. I can't wait to see what he does next year. All right. Well, meanwhile, another familiar face is heading to one of television's biggest competition shows. Queen Latifah is joining the next season of The Voice as a coach.
The Grammy-winning singer and actress will join Adam Levine, Kelly Clarkson, and country singer Riley Green when the show returns this fall. The announcement comes just days after NBC confirmed Clarkson would also be returning for another season.
Ooh, it's going to be good. So many big stars on there. I wonder who everybody's going to pick as their coach. Should be an exciting season. And one television star now taking a storyline straight into real life. Cristo Fernandez, best known for playing Danny Rojas on Ted Lasso, signed with the El Paso Locomotive Soccer Club.
Fernandez played soccer growing up in Mexico before turning to acting after suffering a knee injury as a teenager. Now, after trying out with the team for 2 months, the 35-year-old says he's finally getting the chance to live out his dream of playing professionally.
Man, sounds like he's living out multiple dreams. He's multi-talented. You get to be on a hit show like that, and now you're playing pro soccer. What?
Yeah, and his character's catchphrase in the show is "football is life." So I guess for him, football really is life.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
All right, well, your time is 6:24. Still ahead, as another school year wraps up, districts across Walla Walla County are already planning for what comes next. School leaders say declining enrollment and cuts to early learning programs are creating new concerns. What local superintendents say the future could look like. Plus, Pasco's new aquatic center is getting closer to opening. But now city leaders are approaching another budget amendment tied to the project. What officials say is driving the added operating costs ahead of the summer's opening.
Protect your dreams under our roof.
How about the name Indigo?
I like Sapphire.
Sapphire.
And based on how you drive, you can get a rate as personal
What about Big Blue?
as the car you love. Get a quote at amfam.com.
Now, what are we gonna name the baby?
We all love the feeling of saving during a Memorial Day sale. Now, let's make that feeling last all month long. Discover the all-new 2026 Subaru Outback, completely redesigned and built for everything life throws your way. Right now at McCurley Subaru, we're making it easier than ever to upgrade with special financing as low as 2.49% APR for 60 months on the new 2026 Subaru Outback. Discover the all-new 2026 Subaru Outback today at McCurley Subaru, your way home.
At the Pacific Campus, our medical care for seniors is built with intention. We take time, we listen, we create personalized plans designed for strength, clarity, and longevity. And because your care is inside the PC, wellness isn't separate from your healthcare, it's part of it. Membership isn't required, but many choose it to stay active and connected. Call, text, or stop by. We're always here for you. Your fourth quarter matters. Let's play it strong.
My husband and I had planned our dream home, and it was years in the making. I didn't want to just show up at any big box store. We wanted to sit down, and I want you to spend time with us. Like, this is a big investment. Our family spends so much time in our kitchen, and now that we're moved in, we are so pleased with our experience with Fred's, with the product line, and how it really aesthetically added value to our kitchen. Fred's Appliance over-delivered.
Hey, why are dishes always getting water spots?
From Culligan.com, hard water.
Mom! Yeah.
Hey, Culligan.
Heard you've got water problems. We got you covered.
Request your free in-home water test today.
Bath Planet brings life back to your bathroom with expert remodeling, custom designs, fast installation, and right now, save $1,000. Call for a free estimate today, 509-851-0669.
If you know this feeling, you should know the facts. The eczema medication you're taking may not be right for you. Visit myrawtruth.com and talk to your dermatologist about your symptoms and treatment options.
Protect your dreams under our roof.
How about the name Indigo?
I like Sapphire.
Sapphire.
And based on how you drive, you can get a rate as personal
What about Big Blue?
as the car you love. Get a quote at amfam.com.
Now, what are we gonna name the baby?
First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee, Apple Valley News Now.
Always on your side.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Wendy Redman. Your time is 6:28. Let's get you started off right away with Chief Meteorologist Josh Culbreth standing by with more on the weather updates this morning. It is Wednesday, Josh, and as you like to say, for some reason it feels like on Wednesdays things really amp up, and this is holding true for today.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what kind of woo-woo stuff is behind this. But anyway, another windy Wednesday, an alert day. Showers and thunderstorms likely as well. And substantially cooler. Our forecast goes much drier after today. But the alert day in place because of the winds. Now, I think the fire and blowing dust risk has gone down a little bit because models have trended wetter with the storm system. That being said, we still have this fire that's burning in southern Grant County, the Highway 24 fire. Acreage did not go up yesterday, but containment now up to 40%. That's some excellent news. Hopefully this fire perimeter gets some rainfall, but also the winds are in the forecast, so it's a little bit of a catch-22. Hey, speaking of the rain, look at this complex of thunderstorms right here in southern Benton County. We'll have a closer look at this coming up in about 5 to 10 minutes, but if this holds together, this could put down some serious lightning in the Tri-Cities. Okay, those winds across the map looking like all of us seeing gusts between 20 to 45 miles per hour, the hot spots being Pendleton and Ellensburg. Here's your wind gust forecast for today. We'll take it back to the Yakima Valley. Gust above 40 miles per hour from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. So for today, for lower elevations, highs getting into the 60s. It's going to be wet, it's going to be windy, and substantially cooler. I'll talk about cool temperatures carrying on for the next 7 days coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. School districts in Walla Walla County are focused on student engagement and preparing for the summer and beyond. Apple Valley News Now's William Albert spoke with a couple of districts about what they're working on and some of the challenges ahead.
School districts across Walla Walla County are close to wrapping up another school year, and with summer around the corner, Walla Walla Public Schools Superintendent Dr. Ben Guyan says the district has taken several steps forward in connecting with the community.
We started our Hispanic leadership group, and that just ballooned from 2 people to sometimes 50 people in a room like this, just to talk about what their hopes, their dreams are for their kids. So that's been a really great surprise. Along the way, as also I think we shared about this in the fall, we also wanted to know what it was like to really get into the shoes of our kids and even our staff. So we launched a series with our communications director, Mark Higgins, just really getting out there and seeing what it was like to experience schools with our students.
Meanwhile, in neighboring Waitsburg, Superintendent Monty Sabin says both high school and elementary schools have shown improvement this year, including recognition from the state for student growth.
So the elementary has been recognized by the state for growth scores. So not necessarily the score on state assessment, but how much those kids have grown over time.
However, moving forward, Dr. Guyan says Walla Walla Public Schools is also facing some challenges, especially following the recent legislative session, which impacted early learning programs.
This year, in terms of their short session, to talk about the supplemental budgets and the impacts it had, at least for us, we saw a decrease in about 25 slots in TTK, transition to kindergarten, and that really impacts us here in Walla Walla with the amount of kids that we serve. Right now, we currently serve 92, and to think about almost a quarter of the kids not being there for next year, that's going to have impact on our students.
Guyan says another major issue is declining enrollment, something the district has been dealing with for years.
Each year, we seem to be losing about 100 kids per year, and that's going to force us to be thoughtful about where we put our efforts in, what we fund, but we have a thoughtful strategic plan that's going to help guide us along the way, but because students drive our budget.
As the school year comes to a close, both the Waitsburg and Walla Walla school districts say they are looking ahead to continue supporting students and families in the years to come. In Walla Walla, William Albert, Apple Valley News Now.
Say they'll continue working through budget and enrollment challenges while preparing for the next school year. A budget amendment tied to the new Pasco Aquatic Center moved forward during Monday night's Pasco City Council meeting. City officials say the amendment adds about $1.3 million in projected operating costs as the facility gets closer to opening. Leaders say even though the city will handle daily operations, the costs will be paid by the Pasco Public Facilities District using the voter-approved sales tax created for the project.
We are managing the facility. It is the expenses and the revenues come through our books. However, the facilities district reimburses us for all of our costs.
City leaders say the amendment is considered budget neutral for the city itself as preparations continue for the Aquatic Center's opening this summer. Still ahead, East Valley Soccer is headed back to state after a dramatic comeback in the district championship match. The Red Devils erased a 2-goal deficit before surviving penalty kicks to capture another district title. Plus, a free Tri-Cities event aimed at protecting young athletes through heart screenings. We have the very latest in sports. And of course, Josh has the very latest in your weather. Whoa, take a look at this shot here out of Yakima, where visibility from this camera is not too great. Josh is talking about the rain chances we have on this Wednesday as we move throughout your morning and afternoon hours. Keep it locked right here.
This newscast sponsored by Multicare Yakima Memorial Hospital. Excellence you can trust.
Even if you have moderate to severe eczema, you can feel the rhythm, feel the flow, and Dupixent helps you feel the heal. It helps calm a key source of inflammation under the skin that can cause eczema. Some adults saw fast itch relief after the first dose, and long-lasting clear skin at 1 year. Many even saw 90% clear skin. Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor right away of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain or vision changes, skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Stay ahead of eczema and help heal your skin from within. Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists. Ask your eczema specialist about Dupixent today.
You don't need to drop a ton of cash to make your home look like $1 million. You just need to hit up the Memorial Day Super Sale at Furniture Row. Shop top brands like Lazy Boy, Flex Steel, Borkholder Amish, and save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Score doorbuster deals before they're gone. And with 60 months no interest financing, it's easy to refresh any or every room in your home. Amazing selection, quality designs, stylish looks. The Memorial Day Super Sale, on now at Furniture Row.
Thought they were cooling off on the sidelines? Well, they're just getting warmed up.
Surprise! DirecTV got hot. Hey, you know, I played in high school.
Really?
Well, I went to high school. I didn't go to high school.
Anyway, it's never been easier to keep up with your favorite sports on live TV and streaming apps.
So hot.
Wait, there's no ice in yours.
Why would I ruin a perfectly good bath?
Get ready, Walla Walla. The sweetest season is here. Join us at the ballpark for opening day, June 2nd, as the Walla Walla Sweets hit the field. We're bringing the fun with post-game fireworks, and 1,000 fans will receive a Sweet Stadium clear backpack. Gates open at 6, so mark your calendar, because this season the Sweets are bringing the thrill of baseball back to Walla Walla. Check our website for ticket packages and get your tickets now. Be part of the Walla Walla Sweets experience this season. Let's play ball.
They're not fancy. No leather seats, no powerful sound systems, but they have wheels, seat belts, and AC. These are Apple Valley News Now cruisers, and they go where news happens. Because Apple Valley News Now is everywhere you need us to be.
Reporting in Pendleton, Ellensburg, Tri-Cities Airport.
From the Blues to the Cascades, one television station leads the way with local news you trust. Oh, and when you see one of our cruisers, please go ahead and wave. We're Apple Valley News Now, on your side.
Always on your side.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We'll talk about temperatures in just a second, but I wanted to give you another update on First Alert radar. You see there's this band of, we actually have, it's almost like somewhat of a line of showers and thunderstorms, but there's one that's running out ahead of the rest right here in southern Benton County. It just crossed over the Columbia River, and this thing, if it holds together, could bring quite a bit of rain and lightning to the Tri-Cities. So we'll continue to track this throughout the rest of this 6:30 half hour. But now back to the temperatures, staying in the 60s and 70s over the next 7 days, substantially cooler in comparison to yesterday. Look at this, already at 63 in the Tri-Cities, 59 in Yakima, 53 in Ellensburg. These aren't too far removed from where high temperatures are going to end up for today. So in the Cascades, we'll be in the 40s and 50s. In the Kittitas Valley, around 60, with those wind gusts up around 60 miles per hour. For the Yakima Valley, mid to upper 60s, gusts around 45 miles per hour. High winds also for the lower Columbia Basin, going with a room temperature 68 for the Tri-Cities for today. Low to mid 60s for the Blue Foothills, and then for the highest terrain of the Blue Mountains, we're spanning 50s to 60s, just depending on your precise elevation. Okay, high temperatures going to stay mostly below normal over the next 7 days, much closer to average stuff by Monday and Tuesday of next week. So we'll be back into the mid-70s in the Tri-Cities. Those are overnight lows. The coolest night going to be Saturday night. And by Friday and Saturday night, portions of the valley is going to get very close to freezing. We'll have more to say about that later in the week. But much more to say about this for today, the alert day, because of the winds. We'll track all that coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. Richland Fire and Emergency Services is partnering with the Nick of Time Foundation to provide free youth heart screenings. This will be a first-of-its-kind event for the Tri-Cities area, and anyone ages 12 to 24 can register. With an EKG, professionals are able to identify 96% of underlying cardiac issues. 80% of people that have an underlying heart condition will never have a sign or symptom prior to going into cardiac arrest. The event is aimed at identifying any potential issues among youth athletes.
Physicals that are done at a doctor's office to play sports doesn't require an EKG, and that's the big thing with this event is that we'll provide that. You'll come, you'll get an EKG. It's a really simple procedure. It's non-invasive. We just put 10 stickers on your chest, around your heart, and it takes 12 different pictures and helps us identify if there's a cardiac issue.
The event will take place this Friday at the Hapo Center in Pasco from 8:30 until 3. The event is free, but registration is required beforehand. From protecting young athletes off the field to a dramatic comeback on it, East Valley High School's boys soccer team won the district championship in a thriller against Toppenish. Trailing nearly the entire game, a last-second goal sent the game into overtime. You hear the cheers there. After 2 scoreless overtime periods, the two teams went to penalty kicks to decide the winner. Saves from East Valley's goalie sealed the win for East Valley. The school has now won the district championship 3 out of the last 4 years. Both East Valley and Toppenish have clinched spots in the state tournament, but the district championship victory will give East Valley a more favorable seed for states. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, we have your morning sprint. Everything you need to know before you head out the door on this alert day. Here's a live look from Pasco. Josh coming back, telling us everything that we need to know in terms of weather, especially talking about those winds. Keep it here.
We're here for those who build America. If that's who you are, you value what we value, and you should pay what we pay.
If you know this feeling, you should know the facts. The eczema medication you're taking may not be right for you. Visit myrawtruth.com and talk to your dermatologist about your symptoms and treatment options.
Have you heard? Tempur-Pedic sleep is better sleep. With innovative materials developed for astronauts, Tempur-Pedic mattresses reduce motion transfer, which means less tossing and turning, so you can sleep undisturbed through the night. But which Tempur-Pedic is right for you? Come to Denver Mattress and test for yourself. Let our expert sales staff guide you to your perfect Tempur-Pedic. And right now, save up to $1,000 on select Tempur-Pedic Split King sleep systems. Or check out the Consumer Reports recommended Doctor's Choice Plush. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right Tempur-Pedic.
25 years of making memories. 25 years of fun with family and friends. 25 years of Dust Devils baseball.
The fun continues this week. Friday, May 15th is school night, thanks to Polish Homes, and a family feast night, thanks to Tri-City Airport. Saturday, May 16th, we will all enjoy a post-game fireworks show presented by the Nuclear Care Partners.
Come be a part of our best season yet. Tickets at DustDevilsBaseball.com. Dust Devils Baseball, a Tri-Cities tradition for 25 years.
Shortness of breath, chest pains, and a cough. Little things wipe you out, you can't shake it off. It might be long COVID. You got chills, brain fog, depression, fever, can't smell or taste. It be long COVID. One more time.
Hi, I'm Rowdy with Total Energy Management. For 40 years, we've been keeping the Tri-Cities comfortable with top-notch heating and air conditioning services. We take pride in delivering exceptional service and unbeatable deals. Right now, you could save big with up to $3,200 in utility and cool cash rebates available this spring. At Total Energy Management, we will ensure your house is the perfect temperature year-round. Visit TEMINC.com or call 946-4500 to learn more.
Apple Valley News Now's Young Hearts thanks Shelby's Floral and Hapo Community Credit Union for supporting Bikes for Tykes. If you know a child who needs a bike but can't afford one, click Bikes for Tykes on our website. From Shelby's Floral, Hapo Community Credit Union, and Apple Valley News Now.
We're here for those who build America. If that's who you are, you value what we value, and you should pay what we pay.
This newscast sponsored by Multicare Yakima Memorial Hospital. Excellence you can trust. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. It is indeed an alert day because of the winds. You're probably already hearing the winds outside your home this morning, and the fire and the blowing dust risk that we were talking about earlier in the week, I think that's gone down a little bit. It hasn't gone down to zero. We'll talk about the nuance of that in a second. But yes, the winds, peak gusts going to be between 55 to 60 miles per hour in the Kittitas Valley for today, around 45 miles per hour for the basin, for the foothills, and for the Yakima Valley. Of course, you can see hour by hour wind gusts for today for your exact location by downloading Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather app free in the App Store or on Google Play. Remember, yesterday, these values for vegetation dryness were coming in at very dry, level 3 out of 5. For today, they're coming in at just normal levels of dry, level 2 out of 5. So because of that, the fire and the blowing dust risk has gone down, and that coincides with models trending a little bit wetter with this storm system, between 0.1 to 1/4 of an inch of rainfall for the Yakima Valley. Not as much for the basin, a little bit more for the foothills. Very beneficial stuff up in the Cascades. All that to say, still, we are concerned enough for wildfires and for blowing dust, at least enough to mention it. Here's what to do during a dust storm in particular. Pull off the road, stay in your vehicle, avoid driving blindly, protect breathing. You can find this list along with fire safety information posted online at AppleValleyNewsNow.com. Speaking of some of that rainfall combined with some thunderstorms, it's because of this area of low pressure that is traversing the region right now. You see all this wraparound moisture, and we are tracking multiple pockets of showers and some thunderstorms out there. If this little area holds together, it could be quite the wet start for the Tri-Cities, especially for Richland and West Richland. Very quickly, we'll put this into motion with Futurecast satellite and radar. Going to be very sporadic, messy coverage out there for today, but lower elevations looking much drier after 5 p.m. than across the map. We're all going to be much drier after 11 p.m. Another way to look at this, umbrella cast throughout the day for the Yakima Valley, looking almost completely dry after 2 p.m. And the forecast is going to stay mostly dry after today, other than that little blip for the weekend. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Rain likely today with gusts around 45 miles per hour, substantially cooler today in comparison to yesterday. In Yakima, winds picking up for today with rain likely, and we've already seen some thunder for this morning. In Ellensburg, gusts around 60 miles per hour today with highs around 60 as well. Another round of winds we're watching closely for this weekend. Then for Hermiston, decent rain chances with high wind gusts and highs stuck in the mid-60s for today. Finally, for Walla Walla, a wet, windy, and cooler Wednesday. Another chance at some showers and thunderstorms by this weekend. Now let's head out to New York City to see what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, sentencing day for Corey Richins.
Guilty of aggravated murder.
The Utah mom of 3 who wrote a children's book about grief, now facing 25 years to life without parole for the aggravated murder of her husband. Richins was found guilty in March of poisoning Eric Richins with the fentanyl-laced cocktail. This morning, a judge expected to hear from friends and family, including a possible statement from Corey and Eric's eldest son.
I think the children are really going to have an impact on the judge in this case. That kind of commentary, I think, would, definitely sway a judge.
The prosecution's sentencing memo revealing that the 3 children express fears of their mother that justify sentencing Corey to life in prison. And coming up at 7 a.m., what the couple's 3 young sons are saying about their mother now. With your GMA First Look, I'm Hannah Battah, ABC News, New York.
If you're living with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis or active psoriatic arthritis, symptoms can sometimes hold you back. But now, there's Skyrizi, so you can be all in with clearer skin.
Things are getting clearer, I feel free to bear my skin, yeah, that's on me. Nothing is everything.
With Skyrizi, you can show up with dramatically clearer skin. And if you have psoriatic arthritis, Skyrizi can help you move with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing like clearer skin and better movement. And that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
Now, the morning sprint.
Your time is 6:50. In your national headlines this morning, President Trump hinted Tuesday at the idea of making Venezuela the 51st U.S. state. The comment came in a social media post showing Venezuela covered by an American flag. Venezuelan President Delcy Rodriguez rejected the idea, while President Trump has previously made similar comments about Canada becoming the 51st state. In business news, GameStop's reported effort to purchase eBay appears to be over after eBay rejected the company's proposal. According to a letter from eBay's board chairman, the more than $55 billion offer was described as neither credible nor attractive. The company also raised concerns about GameStop's proposed funding strategy as questions continue surrounding the bid. In health headlines, the World Health Organization says the number of hantavirus cases connected to the MV Hondias cruise ship has risen to 11. Officials say 9 cases are confirmed, while 2 remain probable, and all impacted individuals are under medical supervision. Health officials say there have been no additional deaths since May 2nd, and there's currently no indication of a larger outbreak. This as the UK military releases video showing paratroopers delivering emergency medical supplies to a remote island in the South Atlantic. Take a look at your screen here. The mission came after a British national on the island was suspected of contracting hantavirus. Military officials say the operation marked the first time medical personnel were parachuted in to provide humanitarian support to the island community. In sports, Major League Baseball and the Players Union officially started negotiations on a new labor agreement. League representatives and the Players Association met Tuesday in New York for opening discussions ahead of the current agreement expiring in December of 2026. Reports of MLB is expected to propose a salary cap, something players have historically opposed. Here now are the top 5 local things you need to know. A Selah man was just sentenced to 20 years in federal prison after being convicted in multiple wildfire cases across eastern Washington. Federal prosecutors say Zachary Tyler Vantel was found guilty of arson and being a felon in possession of a firearm. Investigators say witnesses connected both Vantel and his vehicle to several wildfire scenes before he was arrested. Kennewick police are investigating yet another crash involving a school bus, this one near Clearwater and Kellogg. Police say a driver hit the front passenger side of the bus Tuesday afternoon, then left the scene. Officials say no students were on board and the bus driver was not hurt. This morning, though, investigators continue looking for information. A nonprofit ethics organization just filed a new complaint against Let's Go Washington over alleged campaign reporting violations. Washingtonians for Ethical Government claims the organization failed to report certain political advertising and in-kind contributions tied to podcast host Brandi Kruse. Both Let's Go Washington founder Brian Haywood and Kruse deny the allegations, while the complaint heads to the Public Disclosure Commission for review. Benton County commissioners spent hours Tuesday discussing how a possible separation from Franklin County could affect shared services. Leaders heard concerns involving behavioral health programs, human services, and the Benton-Franklin Health District. Officials stressed no decisions have been made, while discussions continue about how services and funding could be impacted moving forward. Richland Fire and Emergency Services is partnering with the Nick of Time Foundation to offer free youth heart screenings in the Tri-Cities. The event is open to anyone ages 12 to 24 and includes EKG screenings designed to detect underlying heart conditions that often show no warning signs. The free screening event takes place Friday from 8:30 until 3 at the Hapo Center in Pasco. Registration is required ahead of time. All right, trending this morning, 2 California Highway Patrol officers ended up looking more like firefighters, you might say, after a passing air tanker accidentally covered them in bright red fire retardant. Take a look. Uh-oh.
Ooh, well, Officer Templeton shared the photos online, joking they received the full red carpet treatment during wildfire operations. The bright red aftermath covered patrol cars, uniforms, and just about everything else nearby.
Officials say wildfire response can be unpredictable, messy, and apparently a little fashionable too. Looked like they had a good spirit about it, laughing there. You can see them trying to run from it. I don't think you're outrunning it, but
No.
It was a good effort. I liked the effort.
Is that dangerous?
I was wondering that as well. I don't know. We'll have to look that up.
And
But,
also, it looked a lot more pink up close. It looked like a gender reveal or
A
something.
gender reveal. That would be the hugest gender reveal.
It's
wouldn't
a
it?
girl, yay!
And a fire. Yikes.
Hey, speaking of, we have that fire in southern Grant County. Let's go ahead and talk about that, the Highway 24 fire. Acreage did not go up yesterday. That's the good news. Even better news is that containment went up to 40%, but we do have winds in the forecast for today, but there's also rain in the forecast, so a lot of catch-22 scenarios going on here. First alert radar is showing you, it looks like maybe the thunder has wound down for that little cell in southern Benton County, but the rainfall is certainly going to pick up here pretty soon in the Tri-Cities, especially Richland, West Richland points to the west of there. Current wind gusts across the map anywhere between, I'd say, 25 to 45 miles per hour at this point. The hot spots, Pendleton and Ellensburg, and these will be rampant throughout the day. Here's what they're going to look like for today in the Tri-Cities. For a lot of the day, we're expecting gusts above 40 miles per hour. So for this Wednesday, for lower elevations, high is going to be in the 60s. It's going to be wet. It's going to be windy. We've already seen some thunder on the map. And after today, the forecast looking substantially cooler and drier. But the alert day for today, 40 to 60 mile per hour gusts. With the uptick in rain chances, I'm thinking the fire and the blowing dust concern has gone down, but it's not zero.
So I guess the rain actually a good thing today.
A very good thing. Very
All
good thing.
right. Well, thank you, Josh, and thank you for joining us this morning on Good Morning Northwest.
Yeah, Good Morning America is up next, and we'll be back with your local news and weather tonight at 5. Have a great day.